In this video, I'm covering everything you need to know about T-Mobile's 6 different iPhone 13 deals so you can get one for free today and possibly forever. I'll cover what the eligibility requirements are, what the deals are, how you can get them, and if they're worth it. Let's get into it. The first 2 deals come from T-Mobile directly, and they're for customers on the Magenta Max plan and all other plans. If you're on Magenta Max, you can trade in your iPhone 7 through iPhone SE 2020 and get $400 of credit. You could also trade in your iPhone 10 to iPhone 12 for $800 of credit, or an iPhone 11 Pro to the iPhone 12 Pro Max and get up to $1,000 of credit towards a new iPhone 13 or iPhone 13 Pro. Keep in mind, T-Mobile is applying this credit over 30 months, so you are locked into that phone for a 30-month agreement. For non-Magenta Max customers, T-Mobile is offering half of this credit. You get either $200, $400, or $500 of credit, depending on what device you're trading in. And again, this is applied over 30 months. The next 2 deals are actually from Apple. T-Mobile customers on the Magenta Max plan can trade in their device for Apple Store credit, and if you trade in an iPhone 11 or newer, you get $500 of bonus credit applied to your T-Mobile bill. This credit is applied over 24 months. And honestly, this is a really great deal. You'll notice if you trade in an iPhone 11 or newer, you'll actually get more credit by going through Apple than you will by going through T-Mobile directly. However, if you're trading in an iPhone XS Max or older, then you'll want to go with T-Mobile directly, as you will get more credit for those older devices. And the second deal from Apple is for all T-Mobile customers who are not on Magenta Max. Here you get the Apple trade-in credit and $200 of bonus credit from T-Mobile applied over 24 months. This isn't the best deal here, but if you're not on Magenta Max, then it does make more sense going with Apple directly than it does by going with T-Mobile directly. You'll end up getting more credit for your iPhone 11 or newer. And one big thing you can see here is T-Mobile is clearly promoting their new Magenta Max plan because it is their most expensive plan, starting at $85 per month for single-line users. T-Mobile wants people to upgrade to this plan because, quite simply, they make more money. So are these deals actually worth it if you're upgrading to a more expensive plan? I'll cover that later in this video. For now, I want to touch on another great deal T-Mobile offers, and it's for any customer who activates 2 or more lines on their account. When you activate 2 or more lines and purchase an iPhone 13, you'll actually get another iPhone 13 for completely free. And it doesn't even have to be an iPhone 13. It could actually be the iPhone 13 Pro or even the iPhone 13 Pro Max. What you're really getting is $800 of account credit applied over 30 months. This is enough to cover the cost of a second baseline iPhone 13, but if you want a model with more storage or you want the Pro or the Pro Max, then you will be paying the difference between the retail cost of the phone and $800 of credit. The 6th deal from T-Mobile is their amazing new T-Mobile iPhone Forever upgrade program. With this deal, you're locking in $800 of trade-in value every 24 months forever for the entire life of your T-Mobile account. The only requirement is you need to be on T-Mobile Magenta Max. Again, T-Mobile promoting their upper tier plan. And number 2, you need to purchase an iPhone 13. But the awesome news, and the reason why I think this deal is kind of like a nice cherry on top, is because you can stack this promotion with all of the promotions we've covered so far. So yes, you can trade in an iPhone 11, get a free iPhone 13, and lock yourself in to $800 of trading credit forever. That's pretty awesome. But how do you actually get these great deals? To tell you how, I'm going to use this video's sponsor, Navi. Navi is a free online tool that helps you navigate the world of smartphone deals. They have Apple's new iPhone 13 lineup here, and if you click on the model you want, you can actually see all deals available for that device. You can compare options from AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon, and if you take a closer look, you can compare deals from Apple and Best Buy, as well as compare availability dates. Apple is starting to be delayed at October 25th, while Verizon and Best Buy still have October 13th as their listed availability date. And what's awesome is when you enter your current phone and plan, Navi will give you personalized deal recommendations. In this case, I own an iPhone 11, and Navi is showing me popular upgrades for iPhone 11 owners, including the iPhone 13, which we just covered. Here I can see T-Mobile is giving me the iPhone 13 for free with a trade-in. Best Buy is offering it for $249 with a trade-in, and from Apple, I'm getting it for $459. I want to go with T-Mobile here, so I'm going to click Select to see that deal. Next, you can customize how much storage you want to see how that impacts the price, and when you're ready, you can click Deal Summary. And this gives you everything you need to know about this promotion. In this instance, to get T-Mobile's iPhone 13 deal or their iPhone 13 Pro deal, what you need to do is purchase the phone from T-Mobile on their 30-month payment plan. You need to mail in your iPhone 11 within 30 days or whatever device you're using to trade in. And then your trade-in credit, in this case up to $800 for my iPhone 11, will be given over 30 months and will start showing up after 2 billing cycles once T-Mobile processes your trade-in. And the bottom line is my monthly device payment will be $0, so I'm getting the iPhone 13 for free. Navi also outlines what condition your iPhone needs to be in. It has to be in good condition, meaning it turns on and off, there's no battery damage, the front and back isn't cracked or broken, and the phone is paid off and unlocked. Finally, Navi lists qualifying plans. And it turns out you can still get this deal if you're on a Legacy Magenta Plus plan or a T-Mobile One Plus plan. That's pretty awesome. On the right-hand side of the screen, you get a full summary of the deal, including the full retail price, your down payment, your trade-in credit, how much you're paying, the required installment plan, your monthly cost, and any one-time fees. Now, 2 things Navi didn't quite get right that you need to know is number 1, you do need to pay sales tax on the full price of the device. In most states, this would be about $50 to $60 with about a 5 to 6.25% sales tax. Of course, this varies by state, but do keep that in mind. And number 2, I'm seeing an activation fee of $30 for T-Mobile instead of the $20 listed on Navi's website. Still, Navi is an amazing tool that aggregates everything you need to know in one place, and they're giving you personalized deal recommendations based on your phone and what plan you have. I think you're really going to love them, so try Navi out today, right now, at the link in the video description. And I guess the third thing Navi didn't quite get is the exclusive deal T-Mobile has with Apple. So here's how you get that. If you trade in your device with Apple, you need to make sure you're on a Magenta Max plan. You buy your iPhone 13 from Apple, then you trade in your eligible device, which is going to be the iPhone 11 or newer. You can either trade in your device right then and there at the Apple Store if it's been backed up to iCloud and it's been factory reset, or Apple will give you 14 days from the date of your purchase to use the mailing kit they send to ship your iPhone into Apple for the trade-in deal. Step number 3 is you need to enter promo code 2021 Apple Retail Trade 3 at promotions.tmobile.com. Then you're simply going to get $500 of bill credits over 24 months, plus Apple's trade-in value. And with Apple, you're getting that trade-in credit applied to the original payment method you used to make your purchase of your new iPhone 13. With T-Mobile's $500 bonus credit, you're getting that applied to your T-Mobile bill over a period of 24 months. It may take about 2 billing cycles for that credit to appear. And of course, you have your standard activation fee and sales tax as well. These deals sound great, but are they worth it? Many of them require you to upgrade to T-Mobile Magenta Max, T-Mobile's most expensive plan available at $85 per month for a single line, and that extra cost can add up. So to help you decide, I did a full cost breakdown for both single lines and families of going with a prepaid carrier versus going with T-Mobile. In this example, we're trading in an iPhone 11 to get the new iPhone 13. In the first column, we're using Apple Card to make our purchase, and we're trading in our device with Apple's trade-in program. The reason I'm using Apple Card is with Apple Card, you have the option for financing where you pay for the full price of the device over 24 months. So you basically get the benefit of monthly financing without needing to be locked into an expensive plan. And here, this really makes a difference. Even though the iPhone 13 total is more expensive with the Apple Card financing option. When we look at the grand total over 24 months, it's $729 cheaper to go with Apple Card financing and Mint Mobile's $30 plan, which I've rounded up to $34 to account for all taxes and fees. That's basically the exact amount to get yourself a new iPhone 13 mini. But what about for families? For families, things are a little different. Again, getting 4 iPhone 13s, even with the trade-in credit, adds up to $1,960. And in this example, I'm using Metro by T-Mobile's $120 plan for 4 lines, and you actually end up saving money by going through T-Mobile directly. You save $800. And do keep in mind, this is by going with Apple directly to get the most trade-in credit possible for your iPhone 11. If you're to go with T-Mobile, the differences are still there, but they're a little bit less pronounced. In this case, you're saving $769 by going with Apple Card financing and purchasing an unlocked phone and using it on Mint Mobile. And for families, you are still saving money by going with T-Mobile directly. You save $640 over the course of 2 years. That's iPhone 13, but what if you want the iPhone 13 Pro Max? I calculated that for you as well. And here, it's pretty much a similar story, but the differences drop again. If you go with Apple Card financing and Mint Mobile, you're saving $259 over 2 years. And if you go with T-Mobile at Apple, you save $680. So those are the trade-in deals from Apple. If you're a single line user, I would encourage you to consider doing the trade-in deal with Apple and going with a more affordable plan like Mint Mobile. It saves you money because the plan is so much more affordable than Magenta Max. It's literally under half the price. However, if you're a family, then it does seem to make sense to stick with Magenta Max and take advantage of the trade-in deals so you can treat yourself to all new iPhones for basically free. But there's one big question remaining. What about T-Mobile's iPhone Forever upgrade program? And this is where things get really interesting. To compare the cost of the iPhone Forever upgrade program, I took a look at getting a brand new iPhone 13 from both Mint Mobile and T-Mobile and upgrading after every 2 years for a 6-year period. Mint Mobile's total for the iPhones is significantly higher than T-Mobile because you're paying full price for the iPhone up front and you're only getting $340 of trade-in credit. And I got this value based on the current trade-in credit for an iPhone that's 2 years old, which would be the iPhone 11. On T-Mobile, you're literally getting a free iPhone every 2 years, so your phone total is $800, which is the $800 cost of upgrading to the iPhone 19. Do you think they're gonna call it that? That just seems absurd. Anyway, the real difference here is in the plan cost. Mint Mobile is under half the cost of T-Mobile, even after including all taxes and fees. And this gives us a grand total of $4,748 on Mint compared to $6,920 on T-Mobile, which means Mint Mobile saves you $2,172. That's a pretty significant chunk of change. But what about for families? For family plans, I basically did the same thing, but we're switching to Metro by T-Mobile now, and we're multiplying all the values by 4. And like before, T-Mobile actually does end up being cheaper here. Getting free iPhones, well, really helps out. So you end up saving $2,400 by going with Magenta Max. But this is just for the iPhone 13. What about for you iPhone 13 Pro Max fans out there? Is it worth it? Because with the Pro Max, you're only getting $800 of trade-in credit, and that's actually less than what you can get today. You could get up to $1,000 of trade-in credit. So with the iPhone Forever upgrade program, you're almost getting ripped off in a sense. It just depends if T-Mobile continues to offer trade-in deals in the future, which I'm betting they will. But for now, what does the cost breakdown come out to? And here, you can see it's a little bit of a different story. Starting with the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and upgrading to a Pro Max model iPhone every 2 years, and you save a whopping $2,772 by going with Mint Mobile. But what about for families? And this is where things are really funny. It's a tie. So what you're seeing here is, yes, the phone total is more expensive on Metro by T-Mobile, but the Magenta Max plan ends up costing almost $4,000 more than going with Metro by T-Mobile. So I really do think when it comes down to the iPhone Forever program, if you're an existing T-Mobile customer and you're happy with the service and you want to stay that way, then I think it's totally fine. Jump on the T-Mobile iPhone Forever program and enjoy getting a free iPhone every year. But if you're looking to save some money, I would highly encourage you to consider purchasing your iPhone at full price from Apple, getting an unlocked model, and giving yourself the flexibility to choose a more affordable plan. Here are examples of plans I was referencing in this video. We have Mint Mobile's $15 4GB plan, their $30 35GB plan. We have US Mobile's plan for families, which comes out to just $25 per month per line with 50 gigs of data per line, and we have Metro by T-Mobile's family plan. All of these are great options and can help you reduce the cost on your cell phone bill while still enjoying the premium features of your new iPhone. Click the like button if you found this video helpful and share it with a friend who's interested in getting a free iPhone 13 on T-Mobile. Peace.